Now, this is a meeting for leaders, all right? Builders and leaders. Remember, you're an entrepreneur. You are building a business in a business, all right? So I expect it to be very engaging, okay? It has to be very engaging. Try to engage. It is this experience you will never forget, all right? So drop it in the comments. You as an individual, not your team now, just your effort alone. In 5 weeks, how many people do you think realistically you'll be able to bring inside the WITTY business? Give me the numbers in the comments. Jide says 100. Wow. Now, just you, not your team, just you as an individual. How many people will you be able to bring in as your direct referrals in 5 weeks? All right? 1 month and 1 week. How many? Jide says 100. Ndubatama says minimum of 50. Paul Cassidy says 190. Emperor Ario says 10%. Onuka Yode says 10%. Jide says, yeah, in 5 weeks. Wow, awesome. You would understand why I asked this question, and you are going to be blown away. Now, second question. And please, all of you that have answered this first question, I would like you to answer the second one. If you didn't answer the first one, you want to answer the second, feel free, but I would like everyone to answer the first one to also answer the second one. Second question. The number of people you said you want to refer in 5 weeks. Why? What's your driving force? What is your motivation to want to refer that much number of people in 5 weeks? What's your why? Why do you want to do that? Just answer it, please. Everyone who answered the first question, please attempt the second one. All right? What is your why? What is your driving force? What is your motivation? Why do you want to refer that much number of people in 5 weeks? Why? For some of you, your answer to this question is an opportunity to revalidate your why, to make it more burning in your heart. For some of you, the answer to this question will be the opportunity for you to reassess your why and maybe come up with a stronger why, which will now help you to even much more than meet that particular target you set for yourself. Right? Very good why. Very good. Everybody answered very well. All right? Now, so I'm going to be building on this your why today. All right? Most of you said for financial freedom, for passive income, to make more money, for generational wealth. So everybody just said the same thing in different ways. However, the way goals really work is that if you are not specific with your goals, you may be easily distracted, you may be easily disappointed, you may easily give up. If you are not very specific with your goal. So saying to earn passive income is not specific. To achieve financial freedom is not specific. For generational wealth, what does it mean? All right? So today, what I'm going to be doing for you guys is to put context, to put numbers to all of the things you have said. When you say to achieve financial freedom, what does that mean? How much is financial freedom for you? Because $1,000 a month is financial freedom for some people. I hope you know that. Financial freedom does not mean you are a billionaire. Financial freedom simply means that your passive income exceeds your expenses. So for some people, $1,000 a month is passive income. So for you, what does passive income mean? Generational wealth, what does it mean? Financial freedom, what does it mean? So I'm going to be helping you to be specific in terms of numbers. And then in terms of what you need to do those numbers. So if you say I want to be making $3,000 passive income every week, that is fine, amazing. Now, because this thing is not wishful thinking, all right? It's not wishful thinking. If you say you want to make $3,000 every week passive income, now the next question is, what do you need to do to achieve that? So I'm going to show you all of that. So I'm going to show you, you will by yourself choose how much you want to make it weekly, and monthly, and annually on this particular opportunity. You will choose that number for yourself. And you would also see what you need to do to be able to hit those numbers. So you're going to be living this particular training today, not just having your goals as wishful thinking, or you just, imagining things or you just dreaming. Those things are good. But over and above that, you're going to be living this training today knowing the number that you want to hit, when you want to hit that number, and what you need to do to be able to hit that number. That is what I want to help you achieve on this call. And if you really write these things down, as you decide the number that means financial freedom to you, whatever the goal is, as you write it down and write down what you need to do to achieve it and begin to work towards achieving it, your life is going to change. All right? Your life is going to change. Okay. Okay, before I proceed, let me just read some of the things I have here. Evergreen says, my main reason is because of my community. Many of them have been scammed by all these fake Ponzi scheme websites and arbitrage platforms. I believe in WITTY and I'm bringing thousands of people on board to recover all their losses and be financially free. Wow, awesome. Awesome. Engineer says, the more people I have, the more money I make. Aside, my definition of success is, secret of success is not what I have accomplished for myself or achieved for myself, but what I do to improve the life of others. Awesome. All right. Congratulations, OJ. We are in this together. Now, special thank you, special gratitude to my guy, Ojetunde. He took it upon himself to build out a schedule that was supposed to be for his team alone, but he shared it with me, and it was just amazing. I made some input on it. It was just supposed to be for his team, but he graciously permitted me to share with all of you. So now, everybody here can also run with that particular schedule for their own team. Ojetunde, you are the man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right? So I'm going to share my screen, and we'll go through it together. And you are going to be living here having a number in your mind. You wake up every morning, you have a number you're working towards. And the beautiful thing about it is that you know exactly what you need to do to be able to hit that number. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, guys. Please, if you can see this, just give me a 9 on the chat box. Give me a 9. Give me a 9 on the chat box, please. Okay, you guys can see it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. In case it is not very clear, you can put your phone on landscape mode. It gets bigger, okay? If it's not bold enough on your phone, put your phone on landscape mode, and it will get bigger. All right. Now, just follow me, right? Remember, we have levels 1 to 10 on all of our products, okay? Level 1 to 10. Now, this particular schedule right here only takes cognizance of arbitrage and debt swap. It doesn't take cognizance of any other product, just arbitrage and debt swap. So, now, this schedule is built assuming that in 5 weeks, you are only able to personally refer 5 persons. And that's why I asked that question. There was nobody that told me a number 5 or below. When I asked how many people can you personally refer in 5 days, nobody said 5. I think the lowest I got was 10. So it means that this particular schedule, going by what all of you have said, is actually very, very conservative. So the assumption here is that in 5 weeks, you can only refer 5 persons. And then you can only teach your downlines to each refer 5 persons. That's the assumption of this schedule. Okay, so that is what this particular rule is for. Now, that means that if you personally bring in 5, that will be your level 1, and you teach your downlines to replicate exactly what you have done, this is how your team is going to grow. But you know what? I want to be very conservative. Let's even try to stop at level 6. Let's not even get to level 10. Let's get to level 6. Right? Let's stop at level 6. Ideally, you only need to be involved to about level 3. By the time you build up to level 3, you would have raised leaders who will take it from there and enter places you don't even know exist. So your own responsibility is to bring in your own 5. And most of you said you can even do more than that. Now imagine you now, with the numbers you said you can do in 5 weeks personally. Imagine you now training those downlines to replicate your effort. Even if you are not able to bring in as much people as you have personally done, imagine if you train them to just bring 5. Your downlines, just everybody bring 5, operation bring 5. Either is only what you have done, you have achieved. And like I said, you only need, from my experience, you only need to further building from level 1 to 3. By the time you build level 1 to 3, leaders would have been made from your structure that will probably be able to do this presentation better than you, that even may be more experienced than you in network marketing, that will know people even more than you. From experience, from your level 3, your organization takes a life of its own and starts growing organically even without your input. All right? So your initial work is to train your level 1 to 3 to do exactly what you are doing, to replicate like you're replicating. If they cannot replicate your number, encourage them to just refer 1 person per week. In 5 weeks, that is 5 persons. That is very conservative. All right. Now, this is the amount of money. This is also conservative, but this is the least amount of money that you make every time somebody in your organization does a transaction. Listen to my lingo. I didn't say every time you're downline. I said somebody in your organization, whether the person is in your 6th level or 10th level, anytime they do a transaction, this is the least you will earn. All right? For those in your level 1, that is those you personally refer, every time they do a transaction, the least you earn is 9 cents. For those in your level 2 to level 10, anytime they do a transaction, the least you earn is 3 cents for the arbitrage platform. Now, for the dex swap, those you personally referred, every time they do a transaction, the least you earn is about 3 cents, 0.0297, round it up to 3 cents. And then from your level 2 to 10, anytime they do a transaction on the dex swap, you earn 0.0099, right? Which is about 1 cent, right? Good. Remember, this is conservative figure. Follow me, guys. Just stay with me. Now, if you are able to achieve these numbers, which you and I already agree is very conservative, because this is on the assumption that you are only able to refer 5 persons in 5 weeks, and you are also only able to train your downlines to each refer 5 persons in 5 weeks. It says that in your level 1, you are going to be earning 12 cents daily. In your level 2, 1 cent daily. In your level 3, 4.96 cents daily. In your level 4, $25. In your level 5, $125. In your level 6, $6,250. Let's stop there. I don't want to boggle your mind. I don't want to boggle your mind by going to level 10. Let's just even stop at level 6. By your level 6, you're already making a daily income of $6,250. Now, let me show you a trick. Did you realize that when you started, the numbers look laughable? It looked insignificant. Somebody said 12 cents every day. What's that? Hey, that was money. But this is the mystery of compounding effects. As we continue to work it, it begins to grow in a geometric progression. So this is the secret of compounding. When you start, the money coming is insignificant. It looks like a waste of time. Imagine earning 12 cents a day. It's nothing. Imagine earning $1 a day. It's nothing. It grows to 4.96 a day. It's nothing. Even at $25 a day, it's still nothing. But you continue to work it. It grows to $125. It begins to get serious. From $125, it jumps to $6,250 per day. Guys, there is no country in the world that you are making $6,250 a day that you are not a big boy. There's no such country. Even if you live in Dubai and you're making $6,250 a day, you are a big boy or big girl. All right? Now, Let's stop at level 6. But I'm even saying that with the numbers that all of you have said you're going to do, you already know that what you have here is a child's play compared to what is actually possible for you. So at this level 6, where you're earning 6,250 a day, weekly is 43,750. Monthly is 175,000. And then yearly, what do I have here? 2.1 million. So when Eben was saying some weeks ago that he wants to be earning $1 million a month, is that what he said? Or $2 million a month? He is not actually blabbing. It's actually very possible to do. Very, very possible to do. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not earnings for 1 week or 1 month. This is earning for life. In other words, as long as WITTY is existing, this money comes in. Whether you are still promoting or not, whether you are still interested or not, as long as WITTY is existing, this money is hitting your wallet every day. Do you guys understand what this is? So when we talk about passive income in WITTY, it is not passive income that is time bound. It is not passive income that is time bound. It is passive income that endures, that is in perpetuity for as long as this company is in existence. So this can actually outlive you. All right. Now, guys, 2 things I want you to take note of. Remember that we are only assuming this number you are seeing here. Remember, we stop at level 6. Let us stop there so that some people will not just slip off. This schedule you are looking at, we are only assuming that you are only able to bring 5 people in 5 weeks. So it means that if you can do more than 5 people in 5 weeks, you are going to be making a whole lot than what you are looking at. If you are able to do more than 5 in 5 weeks, you are also able to train your downlines to be able to do more than 5 in 5 weeks. You are going to be able to do way much more than what you are looking at. That is 1. 2 is we are also assuming that all your downlines are only doing 1 trade per day. That is another conservative assumption, that both you and all your downlines, you are only doing 1 trade per day. But you know that many of you will be doing more than 1 trade per day. So imagine when you have downlines doing 2 trades per day, 5 trades per day, 10 trades per day. This number is going to look like a child play compared to what you're going to be getting. Are you guys getting this particular schedule with how big the numbers are, right? It is assuming that you and your downlines are trading once per day. Imagine that you are able to recruit all of those numbers you guys said, and therefore you are able to trade more than once per day. So your downlines are trading 5 times per day, and every time they trade, 9 cents is just dropping in your wallet. Every time they trade, 9 cents or 3 cents. 9 cents or 3 cents, depending on where they are in the organization. If they're your first level, 9 cents every time they trade. If they're your second to 10th level, 3 cents every time they trade. And don't forget, it is impossible for you to trade on arbitrage and not trade on dex swap. It's impossible. So once you initiate a trade on arbitrage, you must consummate it on dex swap. So that means that it is not only 9 cents you are making. You are going to be making for your direct referrals. You are going to be making 9 cents plus 3 cents. As they do transactions on arbitrage, 9 cents. As they go to complete it on dex swap, 3 cents. Now imagine you have hundreds of people doing transactions multiple times a day, and you are getting paid every time they trade. Can you imagine what happens to you? Third thing you need to also know is that we are only assuming this schedule is only for arbitrage and dex swap. We didn't add the referral commission of any other products, just arbitrage and dex swap alone. So now imagine if you now add what you are going to be earning from your downlines, transactions or remittance, crypto debit card, utility platform. Can you just imagine what it begins to look like? And this is not time bound. This is in perpetuity. For as long as people are doing transactions, you are getting paid. All right. So now you have seen what is possible if you actually decide to work your number. So it's one thing to say, I want to bring 100 people in 5 weeks. It's another thing to actually go ahead to do it. So now, you can look at this schedule and say to yourself, I want in the next 5 weeks, I want to get to a point where I am earning $6,000 every day. Now, the question then is, what do you need to do to get to that point? What do you need to do to get to that point? So you already know that the moment you can just help your level 1 to 5 refer a minimum of 5 persons, you are going to be at this number. And for most of you, you are going to be able to achieve much more than 5. Some of the downlines are going to be as motivated as you are. So some of you say, I want to bring 100 people. You might be able to get downlines that want to do this, that might have the capacity to bring as much people as you. So it means that now it is not just about to say, okay, I want to get to a point where I'm earning $6,000 daily. You now know what you need to do to get that done. That once you have 15,000 people in your organization, from your level 1 to level 6, 15,000 people, it doesn't mean you single-handedly brought them. It just meant that you brought some, and those of them that you brought others all across. Once you have up to 15,000 people in your organization, you can begin to earn $6,000 daily. So now, if that is your goal, you now have what to work towards. So you can tell yourself, okay, for me to build an organization of 15,000 people, what must I do? You now can break it down, say, okay, every week, this is the number I must personally do. And every week, this is the number of trainings I must do to train my team how to replicate my effort. So if I brought 15 people personally, I want to train my team to be able to do same. If I brought 100 persons personally, I want to train my team to be able to do same. So those are the strategies you will now have putting in place to help you build a vision of 15,000 to now help you make 6,000 every week. So that's what I meant when I said it is not just you say, I want to achieve financial freedom. What does that financial freedom mean to you? What is the number? So, for example, if your number is $6,000 every week, I want to be making $6,000 every week. It then means you need to commit to build an organization of 15,000 persons. Once you hit that number, so as you are looking at your organization and you are at 1,000, you know that, okay, once I'm able to hit 15,000, I will hit my income goal of 6,000 weekly. So you are already motivated because you know your numbers, you know your goal, your income goal, and you know how many people need to be in your organization for you to achieve that. So that means that if your downline is saying, please, I have 100 persons that I want you to come and do a Zoom meeting for, to show them how this works. You will not say, I don't have time. You will not say, I am busy, because you know that those are the activities that will help grow your organization to enable you hit your income goals. All right? You will not see that the desire to help your team grow will be natural, because you have an income goal and you know exactly what you need to do to be able to hit those goals. So are you not seeing the driving force? But I'm sure you have seen people who do meetings every day. They are doing meetings every day. And you're wondering, man, how are these people motivated to do this? What is the driving force? I can't do this, so how I wish I can do this. This is what is driving them. They have an income goal. They know how many people need to come into the organization to hit that income goal, and then they know what their work rate needs to be. How many times do you need to do meetings? Should it be daily? Should it even be 2 times a day? In fact, should it be on demand? Should you do advertisements? Should you go on radio? Should you do flyers? What exactly do I need to do to build an organization of 15,000 persons? The moment, the way the brain works, the moment you start asking the brain the right questions, the brain will start giving you solutions. The brain will start giving you answers. It's garbage in, garbage out. If you ask the brain silly questions, it returns to you unproductive answers. But the moment you begin to ask the brain productive questions, it begins to give you productive answers. So now you are thinking to yourself every day. Some of you even write, like me, I write my income goals. I write it. And if you come to my office right now, in front of me, I have a vision board. My income goal is right there. I have my income goals. It's right here in my office. Is in my bedroom. So as I wake up every morning, I'm declaring it. I'm saying it. And it is not just saying it for saying sake. There are actions that I also need to put in place to prove that I want to achieve that income goal. That is where your actions come in. That is where your training, your downlines come in. That is where some of you may even need to shoot videos. Some of you may even need to do all kinds of things, which will come as inspiration because you are always thinking about your income goals. The moment you have an income goal and you're always thinking about it, your mind will go to work to provide you the strategies to help you achieve that income goal. The reason you're blank, the reason you don't have a strategy, the reason it looks like you don't know what to do is that you have not given your mind any task. The moment you give your mind a task, is it $3,000 a week? Is it $10,000 a week? Is it $15,000 a week? Is it $50,000 a week? The moment you give your mind that task, your mind is going to return to you the strategies you need to put in place to achieve those goals. Now, let me say this, and this is very important. For this to work for you, it is very important you pick a number you believe. All right? This is not wishful thinking. It is not imaginary craziness. If you pick a number you don't believe, it will not work for you. You will be demotivated very fast. You will lose inspiration very fast. Pick a number you can believe. If it is $125 a day that you can believe, pick it and run with it. Because you believe it, you are going to come up with commensurate strategies to help you achieve it. Now, look at what happens. The moment you achieve your first goal, faith to set and achieve a bigger goal comes on you. So if you have never seen $125 a day in your life before, don't go and say, I want to be making $2 million a day. You probably will not be able to believe it. It's one thing for you to say it, but if you're not deceiving yourself in your heart of hearts, you know if you believe it or not. You know. So this is a personal work. It's not a group work. Because what I can believe is not the same thing you can believe. What Mr. A can believe is not what Mr. B can believe. So this is not a group work. It is you will sit down by yourself, look at this schedule and say, what can I believe to be able to make daily? Through that number, the next question is, how many people need to come into my organization for me to be able to make this number? The answer is right there on this schedule. Then you begin to ask yourself, what are the strategies I must put in place? What are the income producing activities I must be doing every day to achieve this number of team members in my organization that will help me achieve this daily income target? Remember, any goal without a way to achieve it is just wishful thinking. What makes a goal is that you have things to do to be able to achieve that goal. If you have an income goal, you must also have a list of the things you will be doing to help you achieve that goal. And that is what all of this training is about. And I believe that if you have listened carefully, you already understand what this is about, right? First thing, look at this schedule, choose an income goal for yourself. An income goal that is believable by you. It doesn't matter what the number is. As long as you can believe it, that's all that matters. All right? There's nothing too big. There's nothing too small. The variable is that you must be able to believe it. If you cannot believe it, you're wasting your time. You must be able to believe it. Once you get that number, for instance, if for you is $2,000 daily, look at this schedule. It means that you fall between level 5 and 6. So the moment you are able to get from 3,000 to 15,000 people in your organization, you probably will be earning $2,000 daily. So once you have that goal of $2,000 daily, and that I need to have minimum 3,000 persons in my organization, at a very minimum, 3,000 persons. Then the third question is, what must I do to build a 3,000 strong organization? So that now is your assignment, to begin to think what you can do. That is where group work can come in. That is where you can begin to ask questions. Tina, I can see you are killing it. Your team is really growing. What are you doing? Tina can share with you. Ojetunde, man, I like the kind of results you are churning out. What are you doing? You see, the beautiful thing about network marketing, I love this. It's so amazing that I went from hating network marketing to loving it. Like, if I lose everything I have in my life right now, if I lose everything I have, right? Just give me access to a network marketing project that works. And I promise you, in 1 year, I will rebuild it. I love this profession so much. There is no profession that I know where people are eager to show you their secrets. In every other business, everybody is shielding trade secrets. In network marketing, people are doing Zoom meetings. People are hosting seminars. People are paying for hotel event centers to show you the secrets that have worked for them. It is only in network marketing that is possible. This is the only industry where somebody earning $1 million a month will not be too big to have a meeting with somebody who has $100 in his life. This is the only industry that happens. If you work in Shell, for instance, and you are a graduate trainee in Shell, you can be in Shell for 1 year without ever citing who your CEO is. What is he discussing with you? You add no direct impact to his bottom line. He doesn't have any business with you. He doesn't even know you exist. But in network marketing, you will see a millionaire mentor earning $1 million a month, having meetings with somebody that don't even have $100 to start. This is the only industry where somebody who is a dollar millionaire will give you his number, will create a group and add you, and you can ask him questions. This is the only industry where that happens. So if you really understand the power behind what we are doing, if you really understand, see, I read a book. It was Robert Kiyosaki that changed my life forever when it comes to network marketing. I read a book he wrote, Business of the 21st Century. That was the book that changed my life. Before I picked up that book, if you bring anything network marketing, I'm going to block you. Doesn't matter who you are, I don't want to hear it. I believe it was for unserious people that don't have any skill, people that are not smart enough to do anything serious with their lives. But when I read the book, The Business of the 21st Century, and when I listened to the interview of Donald Trump, he said if he loses everything he owns today, he will start with network marketing. I'm like, Donald Trump, a dollar billionaire. Richard Branson said the same thing. Robert Kiyosaki said the same. I was like, really? There must be something in this. And I picked up the book, The Business of the 21st Century. And that was what opened my mind to the power in network marketing. And I fell in love with it immediately. Immediately, I fell in love with it. All right? So guys, I just shared with you something that can set you on the run. Something that can set your heart on fire. There is money to be made here, serious cash to be made here. And here's what I will tell you. The winners in this WITTY will be those who run as soon as we launch. Let me tell you why. In fact, that is how it works in every network marketing company. That is how it works. Let me tell you why. All right? This is a secret probably you've never heard before on how network marketing superstars build. first thing you notice that most networking superstars do not like to enter into any company late. They like to be aware of the company even before the company launches, because they know that is your foundation to being a top earner in any industry. You must be among the first people that come in, not because of any other thing other than what I'm about to say. Once you are among the first persons that come, it's not just being among the first. You can be among the first and you don't understand what I'm talking about. You'll be broke. It doesn't change anything, right? But here's the secret. Once you're among the first persons that come in, just like all of you now, and you build momentum very fast. Let me give you an example. Imagine that in our first week, we have 10,000 users. All right? 10,000 users in our community, our first week. Now imagine that out of that 10,000 users, Ojetunde and his team brought in 8,000, and every other person brought in 2,000. Now, what it means is that Ojetunde, who is the upline of this 8,000 team, has 8,000 foot soldiers, 8,000 marketers. You who have 20 in your team, you can't match him. He has a bigger market, a bigger sales force than you. So that means that by the time the community grows from 10,000 to 50,000, chances are very high that a large percentage of that 50,000 people are in the organization of Ojetunde. You know why? Because he has the largest sales force. He has the largest number of foot soldiers in his team who are bringing people. So you cannot compare the activities of 8,000 people to the activities of you who have 20 or 50. You can't. You won't be able to compare. That is the secret of sales of network marketing superstars. You come in and you build very fast. Once you build very fast, it's very difficult for you to lose steam. You know what will now start happening? When people now come to WITTY, Ojetunde is a superstar because, man, 8,000 people in his organization is earning some crazy amounts. All right? CEO is always reading his testimonials. When new people come in, they are watching. Who is the upline that is doing well? That I'm sure will teach me and mentor me to be able to do as much as he's doing. Guess who they want to sign under? The superstar. That's how they keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm just sharing this strategy to you guys. It is not just coming on board as founders that you guys are, because you guys are founding members, right? The secret is actually hitting the road running from day one. Build a significant sales force from day one and let your team begin to accumulate a significant portion of the growth happening in the community. Let them be falling inside your team. That is how these things work. All right? Okay, so I hope you guys have gotten value in this session. I don't know. Share your feedback with me. Did you get value? Did you get value from this session? Based on what you guys have heard, what are you going to do different? Just engage. Tell me your numbers. What are you going to do differently? Just engage. Share with me. If you have questions, feel free to share, and then we can call it a day. Tell me if this has been worth your time. Tell me if this was amazing for you. Tell me what your income goal is based on this schedule you're looking at. Tell me what your daily income goal, right? Another thing with goal, break it down. Okay, don't say, I want to make $1 million in 1 year. No, break it down, all right? Break it down to daily. That way, it is easy for you to measure. It is easy for you to monitor. It is easy for you to assess yourself. Are you doing well or not? What do I need to be doing? So break it down to daily. Based on this schedule, based on the training of today, what is your daily income goal? All right? Put it in the comments. What is your daily income goal? One more thing that you need to know about goal. A goal is not powerful if you are the only one who knows it. If you want your goal to develop an energy of itself. Say it out. Let people hear it. The moment you say it, that goal takes on a life of itself. Because now, you now have people who are holding you accountable. You now have people who are going to be asking you how far with this goal you have. So now, even if there are reasons that wanted to make you to give up, the fact that you have said what your income goal is enough motivating factor to continue working. All right? So that is how it is. Even for me as CEO, that's how it works. In fact, don't worry. By the time we stabilize, arbitrage, debt swap, remittance, crypto debit card, I'm going to take my time and share with you what we went through. The mountains we needed to climb, the valleys we needed to swim. It looked like all hell let loose. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. But do you know why we kept on moving? Why giving up was never an option? It's because I always think to myself, these 2,000 plus people on the Telegram group who believe in me, what would I tell them? That is the motivation. And that is why we are here today. If there was no group, if I was so timid and I didn't believe in my vision to gather all of you in a Telegram group, and every week I am telling you what I want to do, you think we are going to be here today? No way. If I only tell myself, I want to build arbitrage, I want to build debt swap, I want to build remittance, and I'm only telling it to myself, it will have died long ago. The reason we are here today is that I was bold enough to share my vision, to share my dream with thousands of people. And I'm not afraid. Every week, we are sharing with you guys what we want to do, what we want to do. That is you guys holding us accountable to what we said we will do. And that is why, even when things went against us, that could have made us to give up, we didn't give up. That is the law of success. So your income goal must be public. You must tell it to your team. This is my income goal. This is my daily income goal. That is the only way you can achieve it. So you must start by sharing it. What is your daily income goal? Put it on the group. Paste it on the wall in your house. Share it with your team members. Anybody that cares to know, tell them this is your income goal. That is the only way you achieve it. If you don't say it, forget it. You will never get it done. David says, thank God and thank you, Mr. Dan, for this education and exposure. Witty to the moon. Awesome. Emperor says, you are very correct, sir. Thank you. David says, very correct. Be among the first and build momentum quick. Yes. Princess says, yes, sir. Lady A says, great value. Legit arbitrage says, you have just opened my brain, sir. I'm happy to hear that. That is the objective of this particular session. Gina says 100% value. Okay. Clinton says, I'm fired up, sir. Awesome. Brad Kumbaman says, very inspiring. Thank you. Bamidele says, if one can make this kind of money with just 2 products in Witty, then one can just imagine what is possible with about 5 products. That's exactly what we're talking about. It's just amazing. The more I think about it, it's just amazing, really. It's just amazing. Moyesi said, makes sense. Good presentation. Plans must be time-bound and specific. Yes. Tina says, amazing, amazing, amazing. Awesome. The value is so packed. And seeing this compensation plan, I'm more than ever determined to push this everywhere. My goal is to reach at least level 6 with my team in 3 to 6 months. Exactly. I love that. So you have a goal to reach level 6. That means your income goal is 6,250 a day. And you have a time between 3 to 6 months. So there must be time. It must be time bound. Okay? So I like that. I want my team to follow suit and be at the top. That's the greatest goal, to see them succeed. Exactly. My daily income goal is at least $1,000 daily. Do you see? It is not even possible for you. So Tina, let me help you. If what you can believe is $1,000 daily, stick to it. It's fine. But look at what will happen. Is that by the time you start to work this your goal, you are going to end up at $6,000 daily. Because it is impossible for you to get to level 6 and be earning $1,000 daily. Do you understand? It's impossible for you to get to level 6 and be on $1,000 daily. It's impossible. So if you cannot believe for $600 daily, stick to $1,000 daily. It's fine, but do the work. Do the work to get your team to level 6. Do that work, and you look back and see that you are not making $1,000 daily. You are actually making way much more than that, right? And that is, you are making sense. Awesome. So this schedule was posted on the group. You can save it for your own personal motivation and for your team training. Okay, very important.